Let's talk about arrow functions in the context of objects. I'm just going to immediately jump into the lecture. What I would like to do is I would like to create a variable, and I'm going to call it product category. So the product category is going to be fruits, and then I'm going to create an array. Why do I keep mistyping? Come on, buddy. Const. And then we have the actual products. So the products are going to be oranges, as usual, apples, and then grapes. Awesome. Now what I would like to do is I would like to show all of this data to the console in the form of a table. So I'm going to zoom out from the console a little bit. In the form of a table. And we're going to use arrow functions to do so. So I'm going to create a constant variable that is going to be shopping cart. This is shopping cart. And I'm going to grab all of our products, and we're going to use a method called map to map through this array of fruits. Now what a map function requires is a callback function. We can see that right here. Now a good place to use an arrow function is as a callback function to this like map function or like slice or reduce or filter. So that's a great place to use arrow functions. Kind of lost the word there. Now, what do we want to do is, so this is an arrow function. We know that. That's why there is no function keyword. And we're going to also use a fat arrow. So what I would like to do is I would like to grab the product itself and the index for that product. Let's just go ahead and do that. Now, what I would like to do here is let's grab the product name, and we are going to set it to the product itself. Now, keep in mind, there is something at work here. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to create objects. Now, so far, I've done something subtle that you have not noticed yet. So I'm going to move backwards to show you what it is that I've actually done here. I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to remove this as well. I'm going to save that. Now, I want to return an object from this function. So first, I'm going to do it the old school way of writing the return keyword. So I'm going to say, I'm going to open up the function declaration, and I'm going to say return an object from here. Now the object, what is it going to have? It's going to have a product name as a key. Now you're understanding what it is that I'm doing. It's going to be product, and then it's going to have a product category, which is going to be equal to the product category that we have defined above. And then we are going to have the index of these actual products. So I'm going to say item, let's set it to I. Correct? I'm going to save that. And now what I would like to do is I would like to use console log, but I'm not going to use console log. I'm going to use console.table because I want to show these information inside a table. And I'm going to pass in the shopping cart. Let's save that, and there we go. We have created this beautiful thing right here. I'm going to zoom in so you can really see what's actually happening. So we have an index. This is something that has given to us by default. What we have done is we have grabbed product name, oranges, apples, and grapes. And we have product category, which is all of them are basically fruits. And then we have the item. This is the 0 item. This is the first item. This is the second item. We can also offset it by 1. So they start from 1, like item 1, item 2, and item 3. Now, since this is the only thing that we are returning from this function, we can do an implicit return. But it's going to be a little bit more delicate than what I've shown you in our previous lecture. Now, in the previous lecture, what we talked about was that I need to remove the return keyword, right? But now what is the issue? The issue is that the syntax for the block and for the object, both of them are the same. So I'm going to remove the block of the function, And I'm going to grab this object and I'm going to surround it by a pair of parentheses. And that's it. I'm going to remove that. Okay. Remove the colon from here as well, semicolon as well, and I'm going to save that. And there we go. It still works. So the takeaway of this lesson is that if you're returning an object from an arrow function, pay attention to the syntax. Since the arrow function's block is curly braces and the object's block is curly braces as well. Now what you're going to do is you're going to surround your object inside what? A pair of parentheses like this. And this final parenthesis that you can see here, that actually belongs to the map function. So you don't have to worry about that. And then we're going to use console log console.table to show all of our products. What we basically are trying to do here is for every product, we want to know what the category is and what is the item. So which item it is. Is it item number 1? Is it item number 2? Or is it item number 3?